2006, and we were blessed to begin our teaching careers together at this precious school. It's no coincidence that Bethlehem's mascot is the stars, and that is exactly who Cassie was and always will be to us, a shining light to her colleagues, to her students, and to their families. So I remember meeting Cassie in May of 2006, right before the school year began. Bethlehem had grown tremendously, and there was a large group of new teachers starting, and as you all can imagine, I was immediately drawn to Cassie. And so my husband Philip and I, we were moving up to Athens from South Georgia. We were newlyweds, and it was my first time living away from home. And I was excited, but really, really nervous about leaving my family and starting somewhere new. So of course, after meeting Cassie, I Facebook stalked her, as I'm sure you all would have done yourselves too, and made sure that I was going to secure a friendship with this amazing, amazing girl. And luckily, I was successful. And it's been such a pleasure to go back and read those early Facebook messages, lots of laughs. But that first year was really tough for both of us. So we were both new teachers, and we had some friends, as Cassie would call her students, some friends in our classrooms that had lots of needs academically and behaviorally. And so I remember leaning on each other so much that year to get through each day. We would vent to each other, sometimes shed some tears, but we would always try to stay positive and keep encouraging each other. I enjoyed finding some old Facebook messages again. That was kind of how you communicated back when we didn't text really that much then. So, just encouraging me, saying things like, I'm so glad we're going through this together. We're going to make it. And we did. And Cassie and I made it through that tough year. We became friends both at school and outside of school. And we just both kept improving our teaching. And Cassie became an exemplary teacher who impacted so many others. During the 2011-2012 school year, she won Teacher of the Year at Bethlehem Elementary School. So I asked some of Cassie's colleagues from over the years to share some memories with me, and I would like to share some of those with you. Several people shared about the flash mob that Cassie created for the whole school. So she had the idea for teachers to surprise students with a dance at the BES talent show. She choreographed, taught, and planned everything for this experience. She made sure that all dance abilities could participate. She taught the practices. She set out a video with all the steps for teachers to use to practice and become comfortable with the dance. So the day of the talent show came, and to say the students loved it is an understatement. What an amazing thing for Cassie to share her passions and talents with everyone. Cassie made everything fun. One of Mary Jean Green's favorite memories was riding in the back of the police car together each year when the officer drove them to their spot at the fall festival. And they would just laugh and laugh at that. So Ashley Akins had the privilege, and she is very lucky, she had the privilege of both student teaching with Cassie and then getting to teach alongside her as a colleague. So Ashley tells a story about when she was student teaching, and she was very far along in her pregnancy. And Cassie was always so nervous that Ashley's water was going to break, and she would have to figure out what to do, which was quite funny because she was always so prepared. So towards the end of Ashley's pregnancy, now these are Ashley's words, not mine, okay? She said her feet were ginormous, huge, and she was determined to always make a good impression, so she would suffer through wearing professional shoes. Well, Cassie was not having that. She told Ashley to wear house shoes, and everything would be fine. So after a lot of coaxing, Ashley obliged, and she wore those slippers. Well, one day they had a fire drill. So Cassie was hurriedly getting the students out the door in the calmest, most Cassie way, and Ashley just knew she was trying to get a job. She just could not walk out in her house shoes. So she decided to change them, and Cassie didn't see her and thought her water had broken. So she goes into full panic, baby's coming mode. Sent the students sprinting down the hall to make sure Ashley was okay, and they just cried laughing at how panicked Cassie was that she had gone into labor. Even in the world of education, Cassie's love for John and her girls were noted by so many. Natalie Wheeler, who also had the privilege of being Cassie's mentor for student teaching and then taught alongside her. Natalie talked about Cassie during her student teaching when she had just started dating John. She told Natalie from the start that she knew he was the one, and it was only a matter of time before they were engaged. She often spoke of his humor and how he made her laugh. Cassie shared with her colleagues about her desire to become a mom. And what a special memory it was when she was able to share about her pregnancy with Ava to some of her close friends, Ashley and Kelly. Kelly tells the story of Cassie walking into lunch with the sweetest smile on her face. Ashley and Kelly looked at her and asked, why are you so happy? And that's when she put the ultrasound picture on the table. They jumped up and ran to her and gave her the biggest hug. Even with Cassie's busy life as a mom, wife, teacher, and working with Flatline, the people she connected with from Bethlehem appreciated the time they were able to spend with Cassie. From special lunches and play dates to cheese dip and Waffle House, Cassie made even the everyday experiences special. Cassie knew who and what she loved, and she shared her passions with others. Katie Edwards shared that one of Cassie's favorite kindergarten units was an author study of Eric Carle. She truly brought these stories to life for her students. They read his books, created artwork like him, and by the end of the unit, her students loved the stories as much as Cassie did. Eric Carle once said, "Simplify, slow down, be kind, and don't forget to have art in your life, music, paintings, theater, dance, and sunsets." And we think Cassie would agree. Cassie is a star in our eyes, as she always was, and she always will be.